Alright, what's up y'all? So I'm just doing a little equipment check before I go and fly today. Pretty long day. Got back from Long Beach, spent the night there with some friends, and just got back, took like a little nap. Just like a lazy Sunday, you know, but this is my my main build. This is my second one, this is my first one. So I probably rendered this one about 3 different times. Standoffs are 30 mil. So on this second one that I built, I shortened the standoffs to 15 mils. I have the stack entirely in the middle on this quad, so we have a Hobbywing X-Rotor stack, ESC and flight controller combo with a Rush Tank 2 Mini VTX on top, just all straight in the middle. And then this one is the 15 mil standoff. I only fly this second one if I have to, if this one's broken, but I haven't had any issues with this one. With the taller standoffs, there's a lot more vibrations here, so the frame bolts come loose a lot more often, and the arms get loose a lot more often than this slammed build. This one just flies overall way more solid. So here I have a T-Motor 50 amp ESC, a Matek F722 flight controller 20x20 in the front, Nano cam. I think it's a Foxeer Nano Razer. I think it's a Foxeer Razer here in the front. This one's a lot lighter. This one's probably like 40 grams lighter all up than this one. So I just prefer to fly this one in general. Yeah, so these are the 2 builds that I have going so far for me. Same frame, just the FPV Cycle Glide, which I really like a lot. I flown my buddy's Source 1 before, and I've flown his Badger, and his Badger's really nice. The parts seem to be a little bit harder to get for those. But yeah, so these are the builds so far, and yeah, gonna have a good day flying today. Alright, so while I'm waiting for my boy Keith FPV, I guess I'm just gonna go into why or how I got into FPV in the first place. It was about 5 years ago that I first got into FPV, when the hobby was still really young. I was watching Flight Test. Flight Test was the first FPV YouTube channel that I ever watched. And they did a lot of fixed wing stuff, they did a lot of FPV stuff, and then I bought their frame, and I just started slowly compiling parts, because at the time I was working at a sushi restaurant as a waiter, so I wasn't making that much money. But the tips I would use to buy parts whenever I could. And then my friend at the time, her neighbor, had some FPV goggles that he just lent to me, as well as a receiver. So it was kind of like a combination of me amassing parts and kind of like Frankensteining a quad together. I just didn't have the funds to finish it, because the initial cost for I will not lie, the initial cost of getting into FPV is pretty steep. Now I'd say you could get into it for 500 bucks, 400 if you're really on a budget, but I'd say 500 bucks is a solid starting ground. So I never finished it. So it just sat in my room for like 3 years. So I finished it when quarantine hit, started flying it, and then my buddy Keith, he hit me up, and he's actually an old buddy of mine, way back in the day from fucking elementary school days. We've always had similar hobbies, so it just kind of naturally fell into place. And we've been flying pretty consistently for about 4 months now. All downhill from there, honestly. Like, it took me 3 years to build my first quad, and then literally 2 months after that, I had a fully built one with new goggles, and a new transmitter, and then I recently built my second one a month ago. So it's just been kind of consuming my life basically, but it's definitely a great hobby. We live in a really natural area surrounded by mountains, so when we first started flying, we would take my mountain bikes, and we would just throw everything in our backpacks and just ride around the town, look for places to fly, ride up in the mountains, fly up in the mountains sometimes. So it's really nice, because you get hands-on, you get electrical and hardware experience, you get to get outside, you get to be active, you know. It kind of encompasses a lot of things that most hobbies don't do. In my experience, it's either very like hardware intensive, to where it's like, you know, you're building things and you're compiling parts, or it's active, where it's like a sport, or, you know, like rock climbing. But this hobby is really nice because it kind of meshes everything together that I enjoy in life. So it's something that I'm glad that I got into. Definitely seen a progression in my flying and how I've progressed over the last few months, to where I wasn't comfortable almost at all. flying near anything. Like, I would only fly open fields, which is the natural progression. It's just cool to see how now I'm a lot more comfortable. If I see a spot with like a bunch of trees, then I want to fly instead of being intimidated by it. The homie's almost here. I still break something every time I fly, pretty much. When I first started flying, I only brought my transmitter, my goggles, my batteries, and my quad, and then, you know, a prop wrench. And that was basically all I ever brought. So if something broke, I was like done for the day. And then as I kept flying, I started just bringing more and more tools that I needed. Like, this broke this time, so I'm gonna keep this in my backpack. And then now I have pretty much everything that I need in my backpacks, or my backpack, to fly and replace things in the field that I don't need. I have extra arms, I have spare top plates, I have like pretty much everything that I would need. So now if anything breaks, I'm good to go. And here are the boys right now, pulling up. Oh, we got James here today.
What up, dude?
What's up, dude? I don't know where you flew. Did you fly this one last time?
Walk down a little bit further and look inside the quad.
So be careful. He runs like a champ now.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah.
She's like a brand new Camry.
He was missing 2 cylinders, bro.
Out of 2, dude. Yeah. And she ran though. That's how you know she was
rocking a good like 60 horsepower.
Yeah, dude. That's a lot when you only got 70.
It was.
Alright, this is my buddy's EDM playlist. He listens to a lot more EDM than I do, so I trust it.
I feel it.
James, I got my drone stuck in the tallest tree I've ever seen in my life. Like,
It fell for probably 5 seconds, and it was still 40 feet up.
yeah, it was insane. Like, in my video, it falls for a good 5 seconds, gets stuck again, and then I have to get it out. I don't have turtle mode. I fucking forgot again.
I didn't bring my laptop.
Yeah, and then it fell another like 5 seconds to hit the ground. I don't know how to vlog, dude. I think the trick to vlogging is just record everything, and then if something funny happens, you can just
like we're.
Can you get a DUI if you fly under the influence?
I wouldn't hold it past the police.
You can get one on a bike, like on a bicycle.
I feel like a quad's more dangerous.
Like a skateboard.
The quad's definitely more dangerous than a bike.
Yeah. I think the difference is riding a bike is self-endangerment, but then flying a drone is like public endangerment.
Man, that's fucked up, isn't it? Yeah,
you
but
could
still.
definitely murk someone with a drone, 100%.
Dude, straight to the jugular,
Yeah,
you're done, dude.
they're done.
Yeah, but if you ran over some old lady with a bike, she's fucking dead, dude. She's on her last life as is.
Yeah, but that's old lady. Did you know that, dude? Did you know that when old people break their hips, that's like the end of their life, basically?
Do it fast, do it nice now, do it my way. Polaroid photographs on a Friday. Mona Lisa Lamborghini, it's a feeling. Yeah, life is a feast if it's easy.
Are you taking a picture?
No, I don't have my phone on me. Do you want one?
Do you want to make real mistakes or catch a flight to Aruba, Jamaica, while listening to Chopin for the romance? She's thinking of the way she could crash land, but I like that, and I knew just that I would. Yeah, I like that. Keep on doing what you're good at. I like that. Mona Lisa, Lamborghini, living life fast. You don't really make this easy. Cleopatra Bugatti in the sunset. Pull away with the sound of a Mortal Kombat. And it's an empty lifestyle, and she knows that. Living life like a star child, but a low end. Well, she's a Kubrick star without a motive. You gotta play that part, 'cause she chose it. Picking up on the good signs and the fine wines. The more I think about it, these are fast times.
you get points. Like, I'm such a sucker. Yeah, you build your own box. You choose your specialty. Chalupa, Crunchwrap, cheeseburger. There's the chalupa.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, baby. You select that. You choose your classic taco, beefy. I always do the beefy 5-layer, but the spicy potato rito bullshit bomb. And then you choose another side, chips and nachos.
This is $5?
Yeah. Well,
What?
I think it comes out to like $6 with a drink, maybe. I do a large Baja Blast. I do like those Fiesta potatoes. So this one's $6.09.
That's a 3-course meal. You got appetizers,
Yeah,
you got
dude.
2 main courses,
Then
and
you
then
just you customize this or like whatever
dessert?
you want. Or yeah,
Oh
you
my
could do. I
God.
usually do cinnamon twist. This is